hello to you all, whenever, wherever. Welcome to Astronomy Astrology, or also called True Sidereal Astrology, and that one from heliocentric view, meaning like we would be the sun and looking down or around us, yeah, as all the planets, including Earth, is circling around the sun. So, for that, it means it's like our center, but it doesn't mean that we are, let's say, astrologically, as we look at it, and also in the physical world, yes, but there is everything else available as well. So we can go anywhere within our non-physical bodies. We can travel wherever, right? So we do not need to limit us. But we see in the charts, we see the energies that we get directly in our environment. And of course, that is changing. As we are changing and growing and evolving, so do the planets and stars. Nothing ever stays the same. So, for this, we also have to adapt. And it's one of the reasons why I'm so fascinated by the cycles, right? So, they show us something more a little bit, we see some evolvement, some development, and each is unique. Each pair does form maybe some similar geometries, yet still different. And so with the geometry involved and the choreographies they sometimes produce, right? We get a lot of insights, and when we know a bit about the cycles and how they work, we get a feeling for the planets. So, and can see how it goes and develops within history as well. Even so, we shall not live in the past, right? That does not bring us very further, but we also do not need to forget it, because it holds information always. May that now be in bigger terms of societies or human development or societal developments, the ups and downs, the destructions and new beginnings, but also in our own lives, right? Within the very short, in comparison, times, right? So we gain personal information through all kind of channels, if you want, and but also from our own experiences we take conclusions out of them, and often that can also lead to some programming. And the programming, or let's say the biotechnology that we have inherently within us, that can be used by everybody, it's for free, is the theme now. Uranus is conjunct by Pallas. And so I hope my new camera will hold this time in this recording and not stop working as with my previous trials. So let's try and see to jump into that So you can see here is that chart is for tomorrow actually, but there is a lot going on, which means it's not only about tomorrow, it will go a little bit longer, and also the cycle is longer anyways. But what plays into it, we can also see here, yeah, Mars is now during this conjunction together with Neptune, and here is Jupiter. Then we have also here what I was talking about, Uranus, and here Pallas in the south, the constellation of Eridanus. And we have here Vesta and Saturn. They will have their exact conjunction on the 25th, and in that time will also on the same day, within a distance of 11 hours, will have Mars exactly conjunct Jupiter. So, as I said, biotechnology, yeah, but Uranus is also about liberation, or a rebel, and he can be a scientist and can go from very sincere to a little bit mad. Can be all any type or anything in between. And yeah, are we rebellious or are we more liberating? So yeah, sometimes it's played together, right? Pallas, it's more about problem solving, very creative, but also strategic, very mind oriented. And that's the same with Uranus. You can see here is the head of Cetus here, so just right at the edge. So this means we want to liberate us from previous programming, previous mindset, maybe also from cultural stuff, from religious dogmas, from societal mindset, from things we learned in school. Just, there are things, they may still be valid, and other things, they are just no more timely in this sense. And no judgment with that, because everything that was needed in the time when it was. But as times change, we also have to adapt ourselves to those changes and let go of that which is no longer serving. But always with discernment. It doesn't mean that everything that is new is good. Not like that. So the scientist is also experimenting and can say, okay, let's see what happens. We try it like this. And if it doesn't work, we can say, okay, so but we also know something more with it, because we know how it doesn't work. So we also get information out of that, but we also have to have with whatever it is, may that now go into the field of relationships, or may that be in the very technical things in the outer world, or may that be within groups, or in society, or the school system, or whatever, in whatever theme we are talking about, we also have to have the greatness to say this did not work. And with that, we are just only honest, and it opens the door for new possibilities, for new chances, for new ideas to come up. But if we we hold on to the old, to the previous, it's difficult. Then the new can't really come in. The idea cannot really unfold. So this is also a similar theme that we have here with Vesta and Saturn. Yeah, they are about the commitment, the devotion we can give to something, and that we can try to mature. And that can also be within emotional themes. You know, we have some of centaurs involved, yeah, and it goes into a similar theme as I said before. When we are stuck with the old, the new cannot unfold, the ideas cannot present, and chances and opportunities cannot form. So we have to, in this sense, mature our devotion, and what kind of things we give actually our devotion to. Is that something that we can, that has a longer perspective, you know, a longer, a bigger vision? Does it serve something that may go on for a longer time, or is it just a short-term thing, you know? I mean, like, if you are very hungry or something, we may, so, and you get the vision and what you want to eat and so on, but that's a short-term thing, right? So whereas if we would say we have the idea to completely change our type of diet, then that is a longer term thing. So that's the discernment there. It doesn't mean that the short term thing is something wrong with it, but it's just we need to be aware of it. We need to be aware of everything that is going on, or try to be more aware, because we also have that biotechnology, yeah, the programming as well, and is linked to the subconscious, and that's where Pallas stands, in the subconscious, and we want to bring the information that is held in the subconscious up, so we can also discern it and kind of weeding, yeah, what is still of use, what is all still young and full of green, of fresh green, and what is looking a little bit like, okay, no, that cannot come anymore, so it can go, it can be just let go of. So when we look here at this Neptune, Saturn, and Jupiter themes, we have a lot about these visions and dreams and imagination that can come up also through Pallas, right? Pallas is the brainchild of Jupiter, right? So, and Jupiter is this massive, our biggest planet in the solar system, sometimes also called the second sun. So it's really big and massive and expansive, and it can attract and keep, and you know, so there is a lot of gravity, a lot of power in that, right? But also that bigger vision, that going beyond, out of the old borders we may have set ourselves, because he always works together with Saturn as well, right? So it's this expansion of borders, of limitations, so that we don't feel limited anymore. So when we believe we are a small thing or a victim or whatever, then we will be that because we think so, we believe so. We may try to change that and try to blame others and think that others have to change. No, we cannot change others. We can only change ourselves and our perception of everything. And if we can connect more to what we really deeply have within us and get that one as a source for development, for ideas, for solutions. But also we have warning system within us, we have all kinds of systems within us, and we can use them. And we can also program new. My neighbor got a problem with the motorbike, it sounds. So, it's this programming in the sense of, let's say, we have learned to drive car, to ride a bicycle, and all these kind of things, right? And in the beginning we focus on it, and we have to concentrate. But after X times of repetition, we have that in our automation, right? Then in the future we can look around, we can concentrate on the traffic, we can talk with somebody sitting next to us or whatever. We do not need to concentrate on the driving anymore, because that our subconscious will take care of. So for this we can use that for what we want to get in the future for ourselves, what we want to use it for, and free us for something else. But we can also use that, to change a diet, to overcome an addiction, to whatever. We can train so many things, right? But we can also train ourselves to be more aware and listen to what our inner guiding system tells us, to listen to program ourselves to use the information, to at least, sometimes, like I always say, the umbrella principle, right? So you go out of the house and something tells you to take the umbrella. You look, oh, it's wonderfully blue sky, so why should I take the umbrella? And then you come home wet, so, or buy another umbrella somewhere. So it's really these little things, and the more we do listen to these little hints and stuff that comes up, the more we program ourselves to include those. Even if we, as I said, if we dismiss it, we at least have dismissed it consciously. But maybe next time, because we dismissed it consciously, maybe next time we will take the umbrella. So you see, that all works together wonderfully. we have a lot of help within all the stuff that is going on, because such a change we are in cannot go without a little bit of pain, probably, because letting go does involve that, but it's also the birth of something new. And as painful the birth may be, or can be, doesn't have to, but can be, so as much there is the joy about what is there after, and then cared for and nourished again until it's able to do their own thing. And that's not only the human, a baby, but also like within ourselves, when we have done whatever we want to create and we have practiced it, and then it's done in the subconscious, it's automatic, and so we don't need to focus on it anymore. So I think that's for today all, and I hope this bit of camera still works. Yes, it does. So I hope you will have a great time and will enjoy these programmings, and to bring the ideas into some kind of actualization, whatever it is, on whatever, may that now be on the more non-physical levels or on the physical levels, but no, it's always, it's connected, right? We do something, we reflect it back, or we go direct, so, and get the information down, so it's always this connection we have. And as the old say, as above, so below, and maybe the other way around too. Again, all the best to you. You know, the buttons, right? They are there to be clicked. I'm happy about any comment and of how you experience all of this time. I would be happy to hear from you. And as usual, I will link some stuff in the description box. Until next time, bye.